Hello, thanks for clicking on my video. Welcome to my channel, Lovely Moments Creating. If you are new here, consider joining the family by hitting that subscribe button and remembering the notification bell so you can be reminded every time I upload a video. My name is Jenny, and on this channel I create budget-friendly home decor that's easy to do. So if you want to see some of my creations, keep watching. Truly appreciate you all watching another one of my videos. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you 4 DIYs that I created using these Dollar Tree bamboo cutting boards. This is how they look. I have so many of these, so I thought I better start using these to create some DIYs. And so all of my DIYs today will be using these cutting boards. For the first one, I'll be using 3, and I have this Home Sweet Home decal from the Dollar Tree as well that I'll be using. I have 4 of the wooden dowels, and I also will be using some of my rich black chalk paint. Now what I'm going to do first is paint all 4 of these dowels using that chalk paint. These DIYs today are going to be really simple, but they are definitely going to have a high-end look to them. And after I get these painted, I'm going to start adding my decals to my little wooden cutting boards. And so what I'm going to do is just add home and then the little floral decal that comes on there. I'm going to add that to one and then just add the sweet decal to another one. And then I'm going to add the last home to the third one. What I like about these cutting boards is that you do not have to paint these. They look great the way they are. I do have a couple of DIYs coming up where I did paint them. And in today's video, I will be doing a little distressing of that black chalk paint on these boards, but not much painting. I think they look really good. So now what I'm going to do is just Mod Podge over all 3 of these. I just want to make sure that the decals stay secured to these little cutting boards. So I'm going to go over all 3 of the boards using this Mod Podge. And then after I get that complete, now I'm just going to line them up how I am going to have them attached. I'm using these little tumbling blocks. I always use these to help me line up my decor pieces and also to make me have the even amount space in between each board. And once I have that complete, I'm just going to start adding my dowels. So I'm going to take some hot glue and add it to one, and I'm just making sure that I add it right in the middle so that it can attach all 3 boards. Now a tip is where there's not going to be any border spaces, you might want to make sure that you don't add any glue there. I learned the hard way and just was adding glue all along the dowel, but I was able to scrape off the glue when I flipped the sign over. Well, some of it, but you couldn't see it. So after I get that attached, I'm pretty much done. This last step is optional, and what I'm doing is just going around dry brushing on a little bit of that rich black chalk paint, and this DIY is complete. And I absolutely love this. This is really simple. It have a high-end look to it. I think it came out really cute. And so now I'm going to get started on the second DIY for today. And for this DIY, I have 3 more of the little cutting boards. I'll be using some of these poster letters, and I have these little decal floral that was left on some decals that I used in a previous DIY. And I will be using just a little bit more of that black chalk paint. And so what I'm doing is just adding my decals to one of the boards, and I'm just going to spell out the word mail, MAIL, on this board. And so after I get those on there, I am going to add that last floral decal to the board, and then I am going to go in and Mod Podge over this. Now, these letters didn't stick to these boards pretty good, so while I'm adding my Mod Podge, I am just going to hold the letters to make sure that they don't come off. If I would have known that, I would have Mod Podge under there first, but it all sticked. And so now what I'm going to do is just add my boards together, and I'm going to be using some E6000 and some hot glue because I want to make sure that this stays secure. And what I'm going to do is use one of them tumbling blocks just so I can know the distance on both sides. And so what I'm doing is just gluing down one of the boards, and then I'm going to take the other board and I am going to glue that the same distance from the end like I did the previous one. And this is how I'm going to create my little mail slot. This is really simple, but I think it's so cute. And this last step is just me distressing a little bit of that chalk paint over this, and this DIY is complete. And here's my little mail slot. I think this is so cute, and it does have a high-end look to it, and I cannot wait to start utilizing this. And now I'm going to get started on the third DIY for today. And I have only one cutting board. I'll be using 4 of the little brain teaser pieces. I have a little bit of reindeer moss, and I have 2 of these really cute succulents, and all these are from the Dollar Tree. And I'll be using these 2 little candle holders out of the Dollar Tree as well, and some more of that chalk paint. Now what I'm going to do is paint these little candle holders and the little brain teaser pieces using this color. And so I decided to add some decor right below the rim of these little candle holders just to give it a little extra something. And so I already wrapped it around the first one. And so after I get this cut off, I am going to tie 2 little simple bows with some decor just to add to them. And so I really think this DIY is so simple, but it has a high-end look to it. After I get both of my bows on my little candle holders, what I'm going to do next is just add in the reindeer moss, and it didn't take much. And then after I get those in there, I'm going to just add my succulents. And these are actually my favorite succulents that the Dollar Tree sell. I think these are so pretty. And so now what I'm going to do is add my feet to this board to create my little riser. And I'm just making sure, because these little brain teaser pieces has the holes in them, so I'm just making sure when I glue them down that the holes are not showing. And after I get the last one on there, this riser is complete. And all I have to do is add my succulents to it. And I think it turned out so cute. I absolutely love this. I think this is really, really adorable. And now I'm going to get started on a 4th DIY for today. And I have 2 of these little ceramic frogs from the Dollar Tree. I also will be using another one of these bamboo boards and some of this rich black chalk paint. And I'm going to paint over these frogs using that color. I also am going to use 2 little pieces off of a Dollar Tree floral bunch. And so now what I'm going to do is just distress around this cutting board. And now I'm just going to take my frogs and glue them right down to the cutting board using some hot glue. And then I'm going to take the little Dollar Tree pieces that I pulled off the little greenery bunch, and I'm going to add those right in between the 2 frogs, and then this DIY will be complete. And here is a second look of the DIYs that I created today. Thank you all so much for watching another one of my videos. If you like this video, please remember to give it thumbs up. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel, because I would love to have you here. In the comment section below, let me know which one of these DIYs were your favorite. And as always, my friends, stay safe, and I will see you in the next video.